Hey everybody, and happy summer solstice, happy new moon in Cancer. I'm doing a little reading for you to check in on what the collective energies are doing right now. And this is very interesting. So my intention was not to do a love reading, but there's definitely a lot of themes of that coming up. So just be aware that love could be a big theme right now. We're a lot in our feelings because we got that Cancer energy going on, but it's really interesting. So if you're not having a partner in particular in mind, that's okay. You can also look at this as a reading of your own masculine and feminine energy. We have both within us, so just take the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest, because it's a collective reading. So it's going to be tapping into the energies of whoever's going to be watching the video at any point. So just keep that in mind. So it's really interesting. I've got Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and in the middle, Death. So what's really fascinating about this to me is that Queen of Swords with the King of Cups as a pair. The Queen of Swords is the more mental energy, the energy of communication, our thoughts and our words. The analytical mind a little bit more. She's a little bit about brutal honesty, cutting to the quick of things. She's very authentic. And we've got, but she's kind of, like I said, she's kind of up in that headspace. So that's the feminine aspect of the headspace. And then we get the King of Cups, which is the masculine aspect of the heart. So this is about softness and nurturing and being in touch with your feelings, and being comfortable in that space of expressing emotion. What's very interesting is the feminine aspect of things tends to be a little bit more receptive, tends to be a little bit more in the heart center and up in the spiritual space. And the masculine aspect of things is much more grounded into the earth, connected to your body, action-oriented, taking physical steps. So I feel like we almost have this energy. A lot of times the Queen of Swords is a little bit more of a masculine energy type queen, because, like I said, it's those practical steps, thinking things through. But she brings in her heart so she's melding the heart and the head. And what's interesting here is the King of Cups is kind of that masculine energy that takes steps based on what his heart is telling him. So I think that's a really beautiful, those are really beautiful energies to be coming up together. So there's this theme of heart versus head, and can you use both together to create the reality you'd like, and especially the partnership you'd like. In the middle is Death, and what I think that's really telling us is we're in a major period of transformation where things are falling away, things are decaying, things are being recycled back or falling out of our lives in order to build up new growth and make space for new exciting changes. So that process of death is really right before the rebirth, but that can be a period of discomfort or pain. So just be aware that as you move through this death, this cycle is trying to end so that something new can begin. So allow those things to fall away that are no longer authentic, that are no longer in alignment with your heart. I think that's what the King and Queen are trying to tell you. We get down here, it's really nice, this Page of Wands. So again, I think when we allow this death to happen, when we allow these changes to occur and we don't resist them, we get a new spark, something new, a new type of inspiration, some kind of new star to follow or dream, and the new vitality to go for it. The childlike mindset to say, I don't know where this path is going, but I'm going to take the journey anyway. And what that's leading to is the King of Pentacles, so real stability, tangible movement in the physical world. It's about feeling prosperous and being able to be generous because you're prosperous. To me, the King of Pentacles is really about generosity and abundance. So it's funny how this childlike spark, this inspiration that comes from your creative energy, that comes from what really fills you up and lights a fire within you, leads you to real world results and really feeling powerful in your own life. I love this too. We get the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. So I do think as a result of all these changes, about this willingness to go on this new journey and build a new foundation, your relationships are really going to improve. You're going to find that there's a new community of like-hearted souls that are around you that really fill you up and support you. And I think your community is really wanting to be a part of these next steps and assisting you in your way forward. I also am getting this Two of Cups, which is that true love card, balanced connection. So it's really interesting. I feel like the Queen of Swords, King of Cups is very balanced. And so is the Two of Cups. It's this give and take in a romantic relationship that is balanced masculine and feminine energy, where both partners can be authentically seen and heard, and where both people are filling their own cup first so that they can then share from the overflow. So I think all of these changes are ultimately leading to the partnership you desire, the physical world results that you've been trying to create maybe for a long time, and a new community, maybe not even a new community, but just increased connection with the community that you've already built. So this is actually really, really nice energy, especially for the summer solstice and for this new moon. So this is what we're trying to invite in. But we got a little call out here. So I took all of these because they really felt like a whole story. So we get procrastination, self-sabotage, have faith, love, courage, and take off your masks. So what I'm getting from this, like I really feel like someone's holding off on a decision, which might be this, something needs to end or something needs to go, or a change needs to be made, a decision needs to be made, but somebody's procrastinating and not taking action when I feel like they actually really know what to do. See how she's got the lamp and there's a lamp here? I think you've got the spark. I think you know what you're supposed to be doing and you're just not taking action on it. Because of self-sabotage, you're in a place of just holding yourself back for whatever reason. And there are a lot of reasons why people go into those patterns. It's not a judgment. It's just be aware that if you feel stuck, you might be creating that. And I almost feel like we're getting a love card here too. So I do feel like this could be related to a decision in a romantic partnership. You get have faith and courage. So I do feel like someone knows what choices need to be made. They know what changes need to happen, but they're holding back and self-sabotaging for some reason. And what they really need is to have faith that they can really have the things that they dream of and really take tangible steps towards that. Because I feel like part of what's holding them back is this maybe belief that they don't deserve it, or a belief that it's not possible. Sometimes we actually get more scared of our dreams coming true than we do of the worry that they won't. And I do really feel like a real beautiful love connection is possible here. And this can be love in all aspects of life. We can't have an authentic, loving community around us if we're not showing up authentically. We can't have a balanced, loving partnership if we're not showing up with our full self. So I do think that there's some leap of faith needed here to break this self-sabotage pattern, and action needs to be taken, and it's going to require some courage. But we've got all these lamps. We've got all this light that's coming in to support you through this path. And the take off your masks, again, is about authenticity. This is very much related back to the Queen of Swords. Like, what exactly are you hiding from and why? I don't think that it's a time anymore to play small. I think people are really right on the brink of a lot of dreams coming to fruition, but you don't want to, I would say it's like, don't give up before the miracle. Don't give up right before the miracle. But also, I feel like the belief that it can happen is part of the block here, and the moving through some fears. Again, like the King of Cups is willing to risk. He's willing to put his heart out there, risking maybe some pain, maybe some, something he's afraid of, but he knows that ultimately this is worth it. Real love, authentic love is worth it. It's worth speaking up. It's worth bearing your heart. It's worth letting go of the things that are no longer, meant for you, so that you can have this real connection where you don't have to wear a mask anymore. So I hope that was helpful. Again, it was kind of an unintentional love reading, but I hope that it resonates for you all out there. Wishing you all the best and happy summer.